The most underrated social skill and how I use it simply by doing. When it comes to social skills, people usually talk about confidence, charisma, or the art of storytelling. But there is one skill that doesn't get nearly the credit it deserves: the ability to listen. Yep, plain old listening, the kind that goes beyond nodding your head while waiting for your turn to speak. Here's the kicker: listening is so underrated because it's so rare. Most of us are busy planning what we will say next instead of actually listening in what the other person is saying. And yet this simple skill has the power of transform relationships, conversation, and even your reputation. Make listening so powerful. Listening isn't just about hearing words. When you listen, you are saying, hey, your thoughts matter. That's magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel important. Think about it. How often do you leave a conversation thinking, wow, that person really got me? Probably not often enough, but when it happens, it's unforgettable. How I put listening to the test. I decided to test this underrated skill at a networking event. Usually these things feel like speed dating for careers. Everyone's pitching themselves non-stop. Here's what I did. I asked open-ended question. Instead of the usual, what do you do? I went with, what inspired you to get into your field? I paused when they spoke. I let them finish without jumping in, even when I was tempted to. I reflected back. After they shared something, I'd say something like, that sounds challenging, but also really rewarding. How do you handle specific details they mentioned? By the end of the night, people were thanking me for such great conversation, even thought that I hardly talk about myself. Why listening works like magic? It builds instant connection. People feel closer to you when they feel understood. It stands out. In a world full of talkers, listeners are rare to find. It gives you an edge. You learn more by listening than by talking, and that knowledge can be invaluable. How you can get better at listening to other people. Here's how you can sharpen this underrated social skill. First, be curious. Approach conversation with genuine curiosity. Pretend you are detective learning about the world. Second, silence is your friend. Don't rush to fill every pause. Let the other person think and expand on their thoughts. Third, listen for details. Pay attention to the little things, names, dates, emotions. Mentioning this later shows you care. Fourth, practice active listening. Use verbal cues like, wow, that's interesting, or tell me more about that. Non-verbal cues like nodding or maintaining eye contact go a long way too. The simple truth: listening might not be flashy, but it's a superpower hiding in plain sight. And the best part, you don't need a script, a stage, or even a lot of confidence to use it. Just show up, be present, and really hear what people are saying. When you master the art of listening, you wouldn't just improve your social life, you will make people feel like they matter. And that, my friend, is the most magnetic skill of all. So next time you are in conversation, try this out. Who knows, you might just walk away as the most memorable person in the room.